The exit strategy has now begun. That's the bottom line. The exit strategy has now begun for the Democrats. Let's go live to Nevada. Big news night. We're supposed to be talking about the Nevada caucus, but here's the president, Ben Bergquam. The great Ben Bergquam is there. Ben, come on in. First of all, how are you? Just an extraordinary moment that the special counsel report comes out today, basically laying out the case for the 25th Amendment for the president. And here they are rushing him out there at 7:45 Eastern to get out in front of a microphone to try and push back on some of what was just an absolutely devastating report. Basically, again, laying out the case that this guy's an imbecile. And I don't say that in a derogatory way. I say that in a truthful way. The guy's an imbecile, and now everybody, including his own Department of Justice, knows it. Give me your thoughts. I don't know if I'm assuming you could just hear the president there. Give me your thoughts on what we just heard.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. This is the exit strategy. This is the plan. The people that are the happiest about this are the Democrats that want Joe Biden out. They realize even with the election fraud that they're going to try to perpetrate again in 2024, that they did in 2022 and 2020, they're still worried that he's gonna end up losing it. So this is them getting him out. This is them putting Michelle Obama with Gavin Newsom. That's the magic ticket they've wanted from the beginning. I have no doubt about it. That's what this is about. And him going out there, you know, you almost feel bad for the guy. He's clearly cognitively impaired, but the other side of that is it's infuriating at the same time when you look at the unequal standard of justice that we have in America as they're going after President Trump. And this has been the case from the beginning. They're going after President Trump for things that Joe Biden actually did, and Barack Obama actually did, and Hillary Clinton actually did, where, you know, it's just that post-constitutional America in evidence, no equal protection under the law, and, you know, this is the continuation of that, sadly.
What's amazing about today is that I got like no reasonable prosecutor vibes, if you remember, with that slimy James Comey with Hillary Clinton back then, where he laid out the case on why she violated the Espionage Act, and then says no reasonable prosecutor would take this case. Well, it was basically the same thing today with Biden. Robert Hur, who it's good to know he's not on a milk carton somewhere, because we thought he was lost, by the way, but he lays out the case for why Byfully, as he uses the words willingly kept these documents in his garage behind his stupid Corvette. He lays out the case and then basically says, well, we can't prosecute him because he's an old guy with oatmeal dripping on his chin, and no one's going to, jury's not going to, you know, find him guilty. I mean, that's quite the standard after basically making the case that he violated the Espionage Act as well, by the way. The only person in all of this who couldn't violate the Espionage Act would be the guy who's got all the charges. That would be the former president, because he can't violate it as president.
That's right. Yeah, and what's shocking was even in that press conference, then Joe Biden, the excuse he gives, saying that, well, he didn't even know the stuff was in there, that it was his staff moving it back and forth when he wasn't supposed to have it. Well, if he wasn't supposed to have it, his staff definitely wasn't supposed to have it. So he's throwing his staff under the bus at the same time throwing himself under the bus. It's a shocking day. And as you mentioned, you know, this is the stuff where President Trump is actually the one who should have the immunity. Joe Biden, as vice president, wouldn't have the immunity, but they're going after President Trump and not him. And ironically, for the exact reason that you said, the same, you know, it's this arbitrary prosecution where the prosecutor, the DAs, these guys get to decide who is prosecuted by some, you know, non-judicial standard. You know, the fact that he's geriatric or that he's incompetent, that can't answer some of the questions, shouldn't change the fact that he still committed the crimes if he did commit the crimes. It's really shocking. And again, at the same time, it just points to the judicial malpractice we have going on in our country, the unequal standard of justice, everything else that we see as they continue forward with these ridiculous attacks on President Trump and lawfare against President Trump, simply because they know President Trump's going to win in the general election, even with the voter fraud that they're, you know, undoubtedly going to do again with mail-in ballots and everything else that they've perfected in Democrat cities across America.